What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and we have this new update. We got a lot of new little events. We also have the last day for Lady Change, so you want to make sure that you're doing your free ads, and you don't really have to worry about crafting yet because we do have another 7 days where you can actually still craft Lady Chang. You can actually still get souls from her from the soul quest if you already have her. And it's also the last day for the dice game. So you want to make sure you use all of your dice today, collect all of these rewards as much as you can from all the dice that's been given to you. And then we have a new fighter selector, which is pretty freaking cool. You got Joe here, and then you have Billy, who are really the two best. Shizuru and Hinako are decent characters, but Joe's an amazing striker because of the decreased damage received by 60%. And the heal, I've actually made videos talking about this guy before. And Billy here offers 20% PG gain. So he's really useful in game modes like Spider Robot, Guild Raid if you actually need him. I mean, there's better strikers, but that 20% PG gain is really nice when you want to build up that PG super fast. So I think this is absolutely fantastic that he did this. And you can actually use these characters in the new relay dungeon that we also have in the game, which is the Cherry Blossom Festival Billy, which is pretty cool. When you use one of them characters, you're going to get an increased attack by 300%, and they're going to have a decreased damage by 50%. I don't think this is going to be really all that hard, to be perfectly honest. It looks pretty easy. You'll be able to get some easy rewards. Really nice. I wish there had been rubies in here, but no rubies. Some gold hammers, some experience bottles. Yeah, that's about it. But still pretty cool. And then we have this bingo, which is freaking amazing. Now, the one thing about the bingo I did notice is there is a time attack challenge. And I know some people have problems connecting when they're playing time attack. So if you are having problems, please put it in the comments below. We need to let Netmarble know that they need to take this out if people are having problems connecting. I think most people are all right, but maybe there are some players out there that can't connect to it. So this really needs to be changed. Other than that, everything looks pretty free-to-play friendly. Looks like everybody can get everything in here. And as always, the bingo is amazing. You have all the capsules. You have all the rubies, which is really nice. Damn shame this wasn't in before SS Mai and SS Athena's banner was gone, but it is what it is. And then we have the level 4 experience bottles. We got some imprint stones. We have the gold hammers. And then we also have the gain a fest memory, which is pretty awesome. You know, you got a Rochi Ignis in here, Kula, and so on and so on. Really nice. And then the unpairing kits. Love the bingo events. I think those things are freaking wonderful. And then you have C's Dimensional Cube. Now, this is a new thing that they just introduced, and it's pretty cool. I thought it was going to be a little bit different than what I initially thought, but you just want to do these daily missions, and you just want to do 4 of these. And, you know, you have to play story mode 3 times. You have to do Immortal Dungeon. You play League 3 times, and so on and so on. I've done all 9 of these, but you only need to do 4 of them. And then you can attack Omega Rugal. And it's as simple as hitting the little fist there. Attack, I've already done it, and you'll get to do that 4 times, and you'll be able to get certain rewards, which is pretty cool. I mean, you may get some gold, maybe you'll get something else. They got these little boxes that you can get, which is kind of cool. So we take a look at one of those boxes. So I can find it here real quick. Here we are. You see that, you know, you got a Best Fighter Selector, you got a 0.1% chance of getting that. Platinum Special Card Selector. I'm not going to read all these, but you have a chance of getting any of these rewards from one of those boxes, which is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. It's free, so that's always good. And then we have the new story mode, which is fantastic. This is freaking cool. And by the way, y'all should really read the story and actually follow along with it. It's actually pretty good so far from what I can tell. I've only played the first stage, but free rubies, my friends. Free rubies. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. We're just going to get a bunch of free rubies, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Now, you're going to be able to get some goodies from here, which is also awesome. As we go through here, there we go. There's 100 rubies right there, and it's going to be the same as you go through this. Really cool. I'll probably end up making a future video about story mode, but really nice to see this in here. And again, I really wish this would have showed up before SS Mai and SS Athena as banner finished, but it is what it is. It's the Netmarble way, I believe. And then we have another little event going on, which is Catch the Little Thief, which is pretty cool. You play this little thing, it's really easy, and you can get some attack capsules, experience balls, and skip tickets, which is pretty cool, right? Very, very nice. And then we have a new character who is 2001 Kim Kap Hwan. And he is a yellow balanced fighter. He does have the increased male fighter attack by 50%. That's a terrific leadership. I wish it was a little PG game, but it's still really, really great. And when you take a look at old Kim, he's actually got a pretty decent kit. He has 12% strike skill, attack damage increase. He has decreased skill damage increase by 6%, which is pretty nice. 20% PG gain, which actually gets a little bit better. And then he has an increased attack by 30% and becomes immune to damage for 2 seconds upon an active skill, upon using an active skill. So you don't have to land a skill, you just use it, and you're going to get immunity. So whether you use the skill 1, 2, or 3, you're going to get immunity, and this is on a 15-second cooldown. After 15 seconds, when you use your skill again, you'll still get that 2 seconds of immunity and get that attack buff, which is pretty cool. And then he gains 30% power when combo count is 10 or higher. And we've seen this in other characters like Elizabeth. They just build up their PG super fast when they're doing their combos. This is on a 20-second cooldown, but it deals an additional damage equal to 100% of attack upon landing attack on a petrified target. And you know that 30% with a 20% PG is pretty freaking massive as far as gaining PG. Even though he just has a 5 PG card, he's going to gain PG super fast, and you always have the default finisher, which is actually pretty good for Kim. So he looks pretty much like a PvP character when you look at his kit. I mean, he is a balanced type fighter, but he also has this, he gains super armor for 3 seconds, and he has the PvP exclusive, which removes buffs from the target's active skills upon landing a skill. So if someone is guarding against this first skill, then you won't remove their buff. You know, because this doesn't include a guard. But if they're attacking you and you hit them with the skill, you'll remove their buff. So say, for example, Rugal does his hyper armor skill, and then Kim here hits him with his first skill, he'll remove the buff. But if you use Kim, if the hyper armor is already induced from Rugal, and Kim hits his first skill and you're guarding with Rugal, you're not going to remove the buff. So it's one of those things where you got to be very good at timing your attacks, and also really low cooldowns on these skills as well. And then his second skill petrifies the enemy for 2 seconds when a successful skill or guard included in. So that's really terrific because whenever they're guarding, they're still going to get petrified, which is awesome. So say, for example, you hit them with the second skill, right? And you petrify them when they have their hyper armor up. Well, then if you did the second skill, you'd actually, or the first skill, then you'd actually remove the hyper armor. So there are some little situations when it played very carefully that Kim can do really, really well. The thing about Petrify is it keeps characters stationary. It's not like when you stun a character and you can knock them up in the air and go into their combos. They just stay stationary in whatever motion they're petrified in. So it's not as good as something like stun, in my opinion, but still really good. And then the third skill inflicts 30% of attack as bleed damage. So he does bleed damage. He does dot, which is great. We all know how powerful dot is. And then he has a 50% chance to reset cooldowns upon a successful attack on a 17-second cooldown. That's pretty massive. It's pretty much a built-in Leah set, which is fantastic. But if you notice in this guy's kit, he has no ignore guard whatsoever. And the fact that he has a built-in Leah kit and he's a yellow balance type fighter, I'd almost bet money that the Ryugo set's probably going to be the best on this guy. However, he does have the Petrify, right? He does have a form of CC. So there could be an argument to be made to just use a different set other than the Ryugo set. But having no ignore guard, and if someone dodges the second skill with the Petrify, Kim's just going to have a lot of problems doing really well against a good skilled player. But if you're a skilled player with him, then obviously you can do well. I mean, that's kind of how fighting games go. The better player you are, the better your character can actually do. And then his default strike skill. All these are strike skills, by the way. It's something to keep in mind. Striker just adds damage. So if we preview his skills, I really wish they'd gave him a 3PG, and this is the skill that actually removes a buff. So if you actually start off with this skill, you would get your immunity from the core, and it's on a 15-second cooldown. So that's something to keep in mind when you're playing him. He's only going to get immunity for, 2 seconds every 15 seconds. And there's that Petrify. Now that looks like a close range attack. So that looks like a attack that's actually could be easily dodged, which that's not good. I mean, again, I think he's going to be more of a PvP character. So if players really know how to dodge that thing, So I think the Petrify actually comes on the second hit, the lowest kick. So if they say they hit the first kick and then they dodge, maybe you won't get the Petrify. We'll have to wait and see. I really don't know until I actually can play them. And then the third skill is freaking awesome, man. That jump double kick is awesome. Or flying kick. Very fast skill, and it looks like it might be a decent range attack. It's hard to tell from looking at the skill preview, but I think if you're fairly far away, maybe if you're 4 or 5 character distances, I'm just guessing that he could jump right at him and hit him with some bleed, which is pretty damn cool. But he won't have any super armor on. I mean, he's going to be a character that you're really going to have to play very carefully to really optimize him. And that's actually going to hurt his stocks a little bit, in my opinion. I mean, characters that are easier, that's an awesome skill. Characters that are easier to play tend to do a lot better for a lot of players. But still. And by the way, guys, I studied Taekwondo when I was younger, and I really love Kim just because of this. I mean, he's just a kicking machine. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then we have the 5PG. I really wish they would have gave Kim a different card. This is a cool 5PG skill, but I really would like to have seen them be a bit more innovative. I'd like to see them do something a little bit different with this character. However, they didn't. Kim looks like a decent character. Should you pull for him? You guys already know what I'm going to say. The answer is, it's up to you, right? I think he's going to be mainly a PvP character. You don't need a yellow balance team for RHD. As far as the Immortal Dungeons, he might put in some work. But I think ideally he's just going to be more of a PvP character. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. He does have dot. I mean, he does have an attack buff, which is nice. But he only has immunity every 15 seconds. So like in Immortal Dungeons, he still can take a lot of damage. And he could die. I mean, some of the Immortal Dungeons are very, very hard. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm going to go ahead and do this free summons. And we'll do our free card summons here. I mean, the good thing about Kim is you can actually use his, regular card, which is great. So I'm going to go ahead and do a free pull here, and we'll see if we can get old boy. I'm not going to spend any rubies because I actually think it's better just to save your rubies for collab characters, guys. Those guys are right around the corner. We have no idea what we're going to get. So I would highly advise people just to wait. Obviously, if you love Kim, go for it. Hey, we got Kim, but not the one we exactly wanted, damn it. So let's try it again. I would like to have Kim because, again, I'm just a big Taekwondo fan. I really love the martial art. Ah, crap. Yep. Well, Mary, I'll be your partner anytime, sweetheart. Okay, let's see. And we got one more. We'll go ahead and use this last one. I was just hoping I'd get lucky, but it doesn't look like I will. Nope, no luck at all. Bum deal. So we'll go ahead and collect everything here, and nice. Then we'll jump in here. We got that voucher, I believe. There we go, and let's see what we get. Come on, man. Give me somebody I need. So, Shermie, okay. So, that's pretty much all she wrote. Doesn't look like I'm going to get Kim. I'm not going to be spending rubies to try to get him. I actually have a ways to go before I can go to the pity. So, nope, not going to happen. Today is the last day for the Ladylike event. So, you want to make sure that you farm as many of these tokens as you can. So, that way, because this exchange shop is going to be going on for another 7 days. And you'll be able to get the souls for Pretty Clone. So that you can either salvage those souls to get more tokens, or you can use them to level her up, and also so you can get those capsules every single day for the next 7 days. So all in all, pretty cool update, man. Lots of free rubies, the story mode, the bingo event, the new fighter selector. I really think it's awesome, guys. Kim, Kim's a character that a lot of people were really hoping for. I mean, back in the day, whenever Pretty Kim came in the game, people were kind of disappointed that We didn't get the original version. And so should you pull for Kim or not, guys? I mean, again, that's just completely up to you. He looks like a pretty decent character. He looks like a solid character, but I don't really think anybody's really going to need him in all honesty. Although if you love the character, man, go for it, man. Games are all about having fun. You should always pull for the characters that you love. So I know I kind of rushed through everything. I mean, there's a lot to talk about. I didn't want this video to be super, super long. So let me know how you're all feeling about this update. Let me know how you're all feeling about Kim Kaphwan. And I stream on Twitch at 9 a.m. GMT plus 7 time, Monday through Thursday. The link will be in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.